Yeah. It's your boy DJ Trap Jesus, WPIR 98.4 FM, the Godzilla station. And as promised, I got the boy Yonni Fairchild in the building. What's really good with you, pimping?
What's up, man? What's up?
How you feeling today, man?
Shoot, man, I can't complain. It's another day of life. And first and foremost, that means you blessed. So I would have to use that and say I'm blessed. You know?
Right. All right. So, because I was like, okay, I'm going to give him some time. But I was going to drop, like me, like them. You know what I'm saying? But then you called in and whatnot. So I was like, all right, we'll hold that to the side.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It seemed like that. Getting a lot of love too, and I'm expecting to pick up some steam with that. Hopefully, over the next month or so. We just been waiting on some logistics going on, so I can really push that record and give it a video, which I feel it deserves, and give it a push, man, because the sound of it is so different, man. I was actually listening in the other day on y'all station and heard y'all playing it, and I was just like, man, this feels like nothing.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it, man. So hopefully everything is working out, and I'll definitely be able to give that record a video and a push, such as I'm doing right now with Snapchat. So, I'm just cool, man. Just trying to make good music and keep it pushing.
Right. So, okay, with that track, so no other radio station actually have that yet, do they?
Which one?
Like Me, Like Them.
I think maybe one other station has played it before, but they're in Jamaica.
Okay.
And but I don't think, because we didn't really push to radio or nothing yet with that. So yeah, if it is, it would be to my unbeknownst to me. But yeah, you never know. But yeah.
So once again, I gotta say this for my listeners. We are one of the first, to play a track produced by Yonni. We actually had the MJ joint by Creisha Turner.
Yes, that's right.
And no one heard that track yet, and everybody was like, yo, who that? It's like, you gonna see. You know what I'm saying? And now we got Like Me, Like Them, and Snapchat. Shots at Hot 97. I got my boy Mach Moses. He's another host on the station.
What up, Yanni?
How you doing, my brother?
I like your sound, man. I dig your sound, man. Very original. Big up.
Thank you, man. Hey, that's all I'm trying to do, man. That I just want to, bring music from the perspective and hope that it can stand out to some degree or some form. I don't listen to a lot of radio, a lot of obviously certain records are so big you can't deny and get away from them. Somebody's playing them, but yeah, I don't really listen to radio. If I'm usually in my car, I'm watching DVDs. Oops, I said that out loud. Hope the cops don't monitor me. I watch DVDs in my car. And if I'm not doing that, I'm listening to like stuff off of Bluetooth. But the car situation is really watching DVDs is for the kids. That keeps them quiet in the back and keep me and the wife at peace. But
right.
Yeah, I don't really listen to too much other than my stuff. So I try to do that just because without even trying, sometimes you can get inspired by something and not copy it, but you could end up taking a little bit
from it.
Really trying. Yeah, so I just try to stick to do with what I do and my little thing, and try to keep that uniform and consistent to create a sound and a brand, and You know, I've been doing it a long time, man. I'm just waiting for my moment, the same that you know, Tim's or you know, Pharrell's or Swiss or anybody else has, you know.
And that's the thing we was talking about yesterday. Like everybody, you know, all the producers, shout outs to Mustard and a couple of other cats, but it's like people are really getting tired of those particular sounds now. So with the Yonni Fairchild sound, it's gonna definitely lift up the listeners' ears and like, okay, who's this guy right here? You know, but from reading your bio, you actually been out for a while.
Yeah, I'm about 10 years with this thing now. Yeah, yep. First started in 2004. Around 2004, I started getting my little way, and then I came out on Lil Wayne's Carter 2, which I did two records on there, Mo Fire and Oh No, and that kind of.
Oh,
you know,
you did?
started
Oh
everything.
no.
Yeah.
Ah, that was my joint. I didn't know that.
I actually did that too with my homies from Cleveland. Oh No was produced with my dude Matlock. We used to just go to the library all the time during that time, man. We had our little NPCs, and we would always, hey man, you want to go today? You know, we go every other day, every couple of days, go to the library, just get a whole bunch of like records, man. And we bought little record players, and we just would sample, you know, little things, and then that's kind of how that record came about. You know, just get inspiration from different things. And then Wayne was in that vibe during that time too, where he was just, you know, taking a lot of records with samples and that type of feeling, you know,
Right.
during that time. So it kind of was cool, you know. But over the years, a lot of records, even a couple recent ones, like a month or so ago, they dropped some mixtape, and a couple of my records was on there. But me and Wayne to date probably have done about 50 records. And as years pass, they end up getting leaked here and there. There might be some other ones. I gave my artist Curly Fries, I was working with them. When I first started working with them, I gave them a track. And they was writing to it, and they called me like, hey, you know Lil Wayne have a song to this? And I'm like, no, he don't. It's like, yeah, hold on, we about to send you the YouTube link. And they sent me a YouTube with the beat and everything. I was like, damn, I never even knew he rapped to this. Wayne just did so many songs. He used to really record about 15 songs a night easy. You know, before him, I used to have about 500-600 beats sitting. And then probably a couple months after working with him, I kind of had to go back to the drawing board. They were buying so many beats and using so many beats that I actually had to say, yo, hey man, I need a couple days now to make some new ones. 'Cause, dude, you know, that's just how he was.
Yeah, they said Lil Wayne was a workaholic.
Yep. Shout out to him for that. He is a lot. Had a lot of my, you know, my beginning shots, and I just kept going, man. So, yeah, I've definitely been around this thing for a nice little time, man. You know,
That's what's up.
Been a nice.
Cause you know something, I actually thought you was out there in Canada and all that stuff with everybody else, and I was like, okay. So the bio says you're from Cleveland. So like, what was it like growing up in Cleveland, man?
Oh. Cleveland is I feel like, you know, people normally use that statement that you make it from Cleveland, you can make it anywhere type of thing. I think that could be true because it's a lot of talent, you know what I'm saying? But it's not many outlets at all. Some of the guys do have outlets out there, at least how it used to be. They used to block you or try to block you so much, man. It was so hard to try to make it, you know. Me, I probably was one of the exceptions because I didn't necessarily belong to click there, you know, but I was cool with everybody, and I ended up making my way somehow, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I guess, I mean, it's dope, it's cool, but, I'm looked at like, oh, great, that's legend, whatever in Cleveland, and that's cool, but in the world, in LA and most of the big music mecca places, that's working, but yeah, Cleveland is a place that you definitely get your grind on, and you have to do a lot to make it, and I felt like it was a good practice. Looking at everything now, like it didn't really, it means something because that's your beginning, but a lot of artists and producers and things there, they take that and be like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. It's like, yeah, man, that's really not anything. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not coming out and you're not traveling and being in the industry deep in and seeing what people do every day and how people get it on the level, then you would probably never look at it like that. So because some of the people are in Cleveland or probably any of the inner cities, wherever, you know what I'm saying? If you're not able to see that, you'll never really kind of understand the grind. So I would encourage anybody who's listening to try to get out and take that step, take that sacrifice, and not just learn to be better and grow. Because if you just seeing Boston or wherever you at, you'll never, your mind will never be able to grow in that, to get better, to get your knowledge of the game and music and what it, the level. It's just levels, man. Like Meek Mill said, it's levels, man.
Right. So what influence helped to make the sound only you can produce? You know what I'm saying?
You say that again?
I was saying, what influences help to make the sound that only you can produce?
I don't know. I would have to say, if I was to use like one of my favorite producers ever is Devontae from Jodeci. That probably would be my number one thing,
Right.
But I don't even do that a lot. When I do my R&B, a lot of people know, they be like, oh man, we can always tell. Anybody who really know me know, like, I come from that. I was in school, I did vocal, I was singing, in the choir, playing piano, that type of stuff, is usually when that, like even the Snapchat stuff, like it's still simple, but I probably was on that record for at least a month or so. And a couple of my dudes like, dude, we ain't seen you working on this. We haven't seen you working on a record for this long in a while. But it was just because I love singing. I love hearing melodies, and rap stuff is dope too. But when you can add a melody with it, and you can do some intricate things and notes, and just the realness of the music, man, I just love that always. It's really just come down to my formula, and just the way I produce, I guess, would just be, I just kind of, a lot of stuff I start with no keyboard, and I use Pro Tools, Studio One, Reason. I do whatever I feel like at that moment, but I usually end up still being back in Pro Tools because it's just what I like to use when I finish, and I can do all my little crazy little effects and edits and that, But yeah, it's really, I don't know if I would say influence too much, but it's just kind of a pocket that I would say I have when it comes to edits. A lot of my friends and peers, they gave me the name like Edit James. They call me Edit James. Like, I get paid to do this records. Some people will bring me an album and actually ask me to do that. For Game, I've done that for his last. Let me see. I did some of the year ones, and then I did a lot of the joints on the mixtape before that. But of course, Dave's like a brother to me, so I just wanted to do it and be a part. Cause we have a studio like 2 weeks. So I come in and buy it. He would just say, hey man, do this or try that or drop here or do, and then he'd be like, yo, how do you let him get that session, and then he'll do what he need to do and bring it back. So after I've done quite a few of those for different projects, usually have me just kind of run through and just do edits on all of them. That stuff brings it to life. It's like my own little thing I like to do.
Right. So I see you got a list of names up here. You got Hellrel, Maya, Little Mo, Tum Tum, Trina. You know what I'm saying? Birdman, Buster Bus. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it like working with those people?
It was really cool. Some of the people you don't really get to work with in person per se, because it's technology. Whether somebody was in a studio and they heard your beat, or you get a call like such and such heard this record and they want to cut it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this back to the day I happened, which is probably my biggest record to date. I got called about that record and then because they was trying to figure out who produced the track to it. So when they found it, was like, hey, did you produce this? And then they played it. I was like, yeah. They're like, all right, we'll call you back in 2 hours. And then they called me back and they played me the song for the first time. And I knew then that Trey Songz Say I was going to be a hit. But, as you grow with people, you'll be able to get in the studio with them. Or some cases, just stay in another state, or they could be wherever. Tamar Braxton just recorded a song the other day to a joint that I did for her upcoming album, and I wasn't there either. They just hit me like, yo, we trying to do this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like, and for me, I'm like, hey, that's great. I don't need to be there per se. Shoot, just as long as it's moving, I'm happy. But it is cool if you in the area. If Buster's in LA, I'll hit him and come through the studio and stuff like that. And we've been in the studio as well as me emailing him stuff. So it just depends. It really all depends.
All right. So what did you think of? Because I see you got one of the bangers that we played numerous amount of times, even at parties. It was like a global hit. It was the Trey Songz Say I joint. So like, what did you think of Say I before any vocals was laid on it? And like, how did it become that hit?
Well, yeah. When it comes to the beginning of that record, I mean, that probably is not probably not one of my top 50 beats ever. For real. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was like, yo, this got a dope feel. It feels a little Beyonce-ish. And I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really think of it too much more. I sent the track out, and some people were saying, nobody said the track was bad. They just like, yo, it's a cool little club track, but it really kind of depended on what you wrote to it, So almost a year later, still didn't have a sale for that beat in particular or nothing, So me, I was just kind of like, usually when I get beats that I have for like a year or more, I kind of start liquidating them and be like, hey, whatever, I'll sell them for like $1,000 or something.
Really? For Say I?
Yeah, so I was getting ready to, if my dude would have came through with that money, I would have sold him that beat for $600. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted that beat, right? And I was like, cool. A couple days later, he said, oh man, I had a family emergency, so I'm going to have to, probably get back at you in another, month or something. And I was like, oh man, this nigga playing, so I was like, whatever. So I just put it back in my little pot, whatever. I ended up hooking up with Nate Walker like another month later, and Nate had already just came from writing Blame It on the Alcohol for Jamie Foxx. So I sent him, he was like, send me some tracks. I sent him probably like 30 beats, and the first beat, and I didn't order it in that fashion at all. I just was putting beats on a File Blaze account, and I just sent it. And the first beat was that beat. And so when he listened to it, that was the first beat he heard, and he wrote it to that beat. And then the next week or so, the ref kind of was hit kind of hit a streak. It was only just the beat and the hook, you know. But that joint was R. Kelly liked it, Jamie liked it. It was all these different artists that had liked it so fast, you know, that wanted to cut it.
That Trey Songz, boy, he did his thing on that track. Till this day, like, people request that song when I'm DJing parties and stuff. People still be like, yo, play that Say Ah by Trey Songz. Like, it's still a hit till 2015. It's still crazy. So
that record changed a lot of our lives, man. Everybody, very lucrative and important for all of us. So, you know.
So, like, what are your biggest accomplishments to date, and you know, as far as in your eyes, and why?
I've been Grammy nominated before, and this is my second time actually for this year. So I'll be at the Grammys next weekend rather. This time I actually have a better chance. Another time with this stuff with Trey Songz, we lost to Beyonce. Well, everybody else did too. So,
that was rigged. It was rigged.
Like,
I remember that. That was rigged.
Yeah, she walked away with all of them. I think they had
They had who? I think he broke up. You there with us, Pimpin'? Okay, we getting some bad feed in right now, but I think he's still on the line because it haven't hung up yet. Oh, it did actually. Cause we gonna call back. You know, we live with Yonni Fairchild. You know, waiting for him to call back. Guess the call dropped, depending on locations. Yeah, and I know we getting hit with a lot of snow right now. So, well, we was, and weather is kind of hectic right now. You was good, Mach?
Yo, man, I'm impressed. I'm just listening to all of this information. You know, brother sounds so humble. I'm digging the sound. You know what I mean? I didn't know he made that song. That on song. I was like, whoa, okay. You know what I mean? Because I remember that song too.
What, the Oh No track, right?
The Oh No, I'm bugging. I said on. Wow.
Yeah, yo.
Oh No track.
Me and my dude Slimy Grimy, yo, we used to listen to that song like constantly. Like, yo, he'll hit me up. We just be jamming on the block or something. And he'll hit me up like, yo, play that Lil Wayne joint. And I was like, yeah, that's my joint. And that beat, the beat is banana. I actually still got that track. You know what I'm saying? I actually still got it. Let me see. Let me type it up. You know, see what's going on. See if we can get him up here. It's a lot of files up here. You know what I'm saying? Hope he called back up. Because I said the feed is crazy right now. You know, shout outs to everybody who he produced for. You know, we play a lot of their songs up here. You know, matter of fact, while we waiting on him to call back. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't even know it clicked off.
I don't know what happened.
Because I was like punching up Oh No right now because I was telling my dude, I was like, yo, we used to play the shit out of that song. Like, they didn't even hear that song in Pennsylvania like that. And, like, we used to ride around or even, like, playing little music out on the block and just blasting that song. Like, for real.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It was a crazy hit, man.
I said, that's crazy, man. A lot of people still actually love that song, too. You know, I did a remix with Krisha, too, right?
So which track?
Well, you thought Oh No More Fire. Which one?
No, oh no, the Lil Wayne joint.
Oh yeah, no, we did the More Fire one because it was more, reggae Jamaican.
I don't think we got that one. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I might have to send it to you though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and yo, when you sent me the email, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and with your group Curly Fries. Oh my God, I didn't even know what to think.
And you didn't know what to think.
Word, I was sitting here just staring at the song. It's like Curly Fries. I don't know. I'm like, we gonna see what's up with that. So I'll say when I do my live broadcast, my mega mix tonight, I was gonna play it. I was gonna premiere it and shit, and let the people give me some feedback on it and whatnot.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Let me know what you think, man. When you check it out.
Right. So, who would you like to produce for that you haven't touched down with yet?
I mean, I kind of have a general thing with that. I feel like whoever, I'm not really picky, but, I would still love to work with Brandy one time, It's not really about the bigger names for me. It's about just, like, kind of the, like, she probably, to me, is one of my most favorite female singers ever. So,
Right.
Definitely somebody I would love to work with. And who else though would I really? I mean, pretty much whoever Drake. Really, I don't kind of have, because people like Michael Jackson and all them are, he's not here no more. So obviously, you think of him and Beatles and Phil Collins and Mariah Carey in her prime, like those are the type of caliber of people you would be like, yo, I just will want to do that before I quit, But for me, it's kind of like really whoever, whatever, I rock with everybody.
So just going back one time, like, what was your reactions when you got that call and they say I made the Billboard charts? Like, what was going through your head?
It's crazy because my crazy behind was the person that told everybody else. I've been on the social stuff, man, that is crazy. But yeah, I think we had came in on the Billboard at like 84 or something. And I was still like, yo, like, I've never been on Billboard before. So that was a big deal, just even though it was like, at the bottom, I was like, yo, this is cool just to see a song that I produced up there like that. The whole situation with that record in particular never felt real. A lot of times when other writers or producers have gotten, records like that to that caliber or whatever, they usually say the same thing. They're like, man, it just never feels real, because you kind of like are in the moment of kind of being like, damn, like, wow, this is, it's real, but it just never feels like it, because we all look for a record like that. So we, it's like, oh man, if I get a record that big, I'm running down the street butt naked or whatever. Like, you was thinking this, right? But when it actually happens, it's happening so fast that you like, wow, like I don't even know how to react. You know what I'm saying? It's just totally different from what I think you would expect. It definitely is a cool feeling. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a moment though.
Oh shit, I might have to hit you up for a beat. It's like, yo, let me get a Yonni track one time, yo. Right, but I see you've been going like hard non-stop throughout the years. So what keep that fire and hunger fueled?
I don't know. I think I'm just, it's so second nature, man, and I just do it, and I just do it every day. And I also feel like once you do this music and decide to do it so heavy, it's kind of all or nothing, man, because it ain't like guys like me or other people that are established to some degree can really go and get a regular job. And there's nothing against people with regular jobs, but if you've been out of the system of a regular job for so long, you now no longer have any references, any skills.
Right.
Your resume is basically non-existent. So it's hard as heck for you to get a job that shows what it's like. What are you gonna do other than like manual labor or something, or work a temp job? You know what I'm saying? So it's also a reality check that only certain people should really get in this thing. You know, because if you gonna be in it, you gotta be in it for the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, it's a lot of ups and downs, man, and you know, you just gotta be prepared for it, you know. But yeah, it's definitely no turning back. So with that being said, that's a lot of motivation. I have a family, you know, wife and kids, and I am like the main supplier. You know what I mean? My wife, she does do her own thing, and she works, and she's training for competition. She's doing her bodybuilding stuff and all that.
Uh-oh. She gonna put you in a headlock.
Right, exactly. You know, but I'm still like that person that is like, what? Something getting cut off? You know, everybody looking at me. So, you know, I definitely got that. If that's not enough fire for you, I don't know. But, you know, I think we all do it anyway because we love it, you know. And even through the good and the bad, it's crazy, but, you know, I have to remind myself and others that I'm like, yeah, you may try to get placements here and there, and it may seem hard sometimes, but would you rather go to McDonald's and sit there all day and each 20 minutes feel like it's like an hour, it feels like 4 hours, or, you know, it's just long drawn out days because you really don't want to be there, you know, and it's like people only there to simply make a buck to pay their rent. Whereas when we do the music or anything you love to do, whether it be sports or, you know, boxing, whatever it is, you know, you get lost in the time, you know. Some dudes have girls, they're like, that man, you said you was only going to be there for 5 hours. They'll be there 15 hours and didn't even really realize it because that's a great job that doesn't feel like a job. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, I think that's really great. Like, where else could we do that at? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just cool. We can leave whenever we want, go get food. You know, you make your own schedule, your own time. It's just great, you know, in the eye of that. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's like with us here at the station, like people look at it like, okay, he's running a station, but they don't know like the years that I put in here because we've been digital since 2004, before like any radio station actually decided to go digital.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's starting to seem like it's getting us recognized. But like I said, we can sure use some extra help, you know, some backing and stuff like that to really put that mark in the towns that we be in and stuff, you know, when we doing our station and everything. Cause like right now, we hold a record for most underground joints, for most premiered songs in 2013, 2014. And like I was telling the people on the air today, like we're really working hard for 2015 to get that record again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
So they just look at it like, oh, it's a whatever hobby. Like, nah, dude. I wake up every morning. I sleep with this thing on my mind. I wake up every morning thinking plans out for today's shows and stuff like that. We got a lot of DJs from different states, and we pick up broadcasts from all over.
Yeah. Yep.
So they don't understand, man. But like I said, sooner or later it'll pay out, and just, you know, hopefully it pay out before I decide to give it up.
Yep, I feel you. I totally do.
Right, so like after stringing together all those multi-platinum joint success and everything, like how can you determine a smash hit during pre-production?
Wait, say that one more time so I make sure I understand.
Like how can you determine a smash hit like when you're producing it, like it ain't even finished yet?
It's usually a feeling thing for sure that you kind of, you kind of feel. You kind of know when you know type of thing, And, it's really hard to, like, say, oh, yeah, this is, but it's definitely like feelings, you know what I'm saying? When and then if you're doing it long enough, you know what to look for, certain records that feel like something, and I think that goes back to being a producer too, because you have people that make beats and they make beats and then they, work on the songs or whatever, but then you have producers that can take a record from an idea and then hone it to being something else, as far as a complete record, And I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And it'll stem from just certain little ideas to, maybe sometimes I'll tell writers like, do this in this part right here. I think this will be cool. They're like, you know what? That was what it was missing. You know what I'm saying? So it could take any kind of steps to make that happen. But when you know. Like the first time I ever felt that one feeling, and during that time, I'd already had a lot of placements prior to that. But to say our record, I heard that over the phone, and I knew over the phone. Well, I didn't know what the heck the feeling felt like, but I was like, what in the hell is this feeling right here? Over the phone, I felt like somebody punched me in my chest as I was listening to the record. And later, most of my dudes, they, like Adonis, and Adonis is a hit songwriter too, wrote a lot of records for Usher, Chris Brown, and you name it. But he was like, nigga, that's when you hear, that's when you get your first hit record. That's what that feeling is, And I was like, man, like it was like, whoa, almost like when I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid, but if you have like musical stuff and you hear people sing and they, not the churchy, super churchy stuff, but like how it used to be, you go to a Brian McKnight concert and this fool hitting all these notes, or you at a Whitney concert and you hear it, and it's the feeling that it gives you, it hits you right in your chest. That was the feeling that I would describe, that I felt, and I was just like, whoa, because even, and this is no shade to Birdman or anything like that, or nobody, other songs that I've produced on, but it's just like some of them they would just be dope, cool songs. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have it even just in the song in general, where maybe the first verse was stronger than the second, or maybe in reverse. With this song, say I was like perfect, like I'm talking about from the beginning to the end. Right. It's like all like super perfect, like. I'm talking about like from the pre-hook to the beginning. I mean, it was like not one thing wrong with the song. And that's what, when I start really kind of fishing for that sound, not the sound, but that feeling again. You search for that feeling again,
True,
and there's a couple records too where working with Krisha on her album that, I sat there and we ended up finishing one record, and I looked there and I said, yo, nigga, this is no hits right here. And she looked at me and she always using them little beady eyes, and she looked all Asian. I'm like, all right. So we played it for people, Nick Cannon and all that. He was like, yo, this is a hit. I said, I just told that nigga that last night. He looked at me crazy though, you know what I'm saying? But, it's just a feeling thing, really, man. First off, it really is.
Right. So this mixtape you got, is it out yet or is it still in the works?
Which one? The If I Want To? Well, see,
Yeah, that one.
basically what's going on with that now is I don't know when that's going to happen, because it went from this whole, mixtape thing to being where now it's like turning into, a little project or me having a couple of these singles that's in process of being pushed right now. For me, I'm kind of looking at it like I need to focus on that. You see what I'm saying?
Cause you got a lot of people on there, I see.
Yeah. It's definitely. I just don't want to rush anything. You know what I'm saying? And I was fighting the whole real project aspect of it anyway, because I was just like, I just wanted to keep it a mixtape to keep it simple and smooth and don't have headaches of being a boss and business and labels. But, people, even T-Boz and TLC, we share our studio together. And, her and even Game, they was just like, dude, like, this stuff is actually better than what you're saying. Like, you're saying you want to give it away for free, and it sounds like it's bigger than that. So I would be like, no, it's gonna be a mixtape, it's free, And so this what happens. You put out music, and then you have people hitting you up. And so right now I'm in talks. I'm trying to finish my distribution deal, and it's cool. But I'm not gonna rush to drop the project per se yet. I'm gonna let these couple records do its thing and build it up. And then I still may drop it though by around spring or summer though. Definitely look for somebody, But for now, I'm trying to get my full, first thing to move first,
Right. Because I see like you're promoting out Snapchat. Because I seen the video. Well, I guess y'all was practicing or something, and I seen the video on Google. And I was like, okay. And I was listening to the song behind. I was like, oh, yo, this joint is banging. And then that's when I hit you up. I was like, yo, I need that song right there, my dude. Like, yo, send me that right there.
Yeah, that was see, what happened is a lot of different people have been posting that, and like that was from in Atlanta. There's a choreographer that teaches classes. She picked that song and did a class on it. And then she tagged me in it. So that's how I found out about it. But, and actually another choreographer just did it a couple of days ago. And then I have, in my video, I'm having Miss Joey will be dancing in the video, doing like some silhouette shots and stuff. And the choreographer is actually... she's choreographer, doing her choreography in the video, but she's actually going to do a class in the next week too, off of the song as well. So it's getting a lot of it's doing some things on its own, which is really cool, And so I'm just taking the ride, man. Really.
Right. So we know you got some things going on in your real life. We don't want to hold you back from those. So do you got any words of encouragement for anybody that's in the same lane you're in right now, making beats and stuff like that?
My first, with the things I like to say is keep God first and never give up, man. It's pretty simple for me, and it's been working for me, But yeah, if I could elaborate at all, it would be just the craft, man. Practice your craft. Try to get better at your craft. Try to master it. always listen and always be, open to learning new things. And as they say, when you're comfortable is cool, but comfortable don't really give you a new growth. Only when you put in a position where you're not comfortable, usually you normally will come out of that situation have gained something. And I usually get a lot of that. My experience with that usually gets with Missy. Whenever I'm around her, work with her, I come out changed every time, and it's good though, 'cause she's a person that's gonna push you.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what she got coming out. It's been a minute.
Yeah, crazy though. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yep,
right. So,
crazy.
you got any shout outs you want to throw out to the people that might be listening in right now?
I don't know. I mean, shout out to everybody who support me. Who's been supporting and who rock with me even when I first started till now. And new fans, new people that rock with me, new peers. I want to say congratulations too to Krisha as well, because if anybody don't know her, she's been around for a long time and had various deals before, but she now have her own new situation with Universal Republic. So we're really excited about that, and gearing up for this mixtape right now. And so yeah, I'm really proud of the stuff she's been doing. The Curly Fries, on the other hand, they're doing their thing as well. We did Essence and stuff last year, and they have grown a hell of a lot in such a short amount of time. We already got like 4 videos ready to come behind this one. We have support from everybody, from Nick Cannon to Marlon Wayans to MC Light to Missy to, it's just so many people that's actually embracing what they do. And I feel like I've with their sound, I tried to capture some of, the hip hop from people like Missy or MC Light and give you that, that salt and pepper type stuff again. So, hopefully people get that and get what we doing with that. But yeah, I'm very proud of them too, man. Everybody who rocking with me, man. Just thank you. That's all I can say. I'll be here forever, with a scroll list trying to say thank yous and shout outs.
Right.
Do that, but.
Well,
You got kits on the Yonni.com.
Say it again?
You got kits on officialyonni.com. That's
oh yeah,
big.
I got Dreamfish. Yeah, those have been doing pretty well, man. That was something I decided to do last year, and it did really well. Still doing well. And a lot of people are using them, and they everyday use. Pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's tight. Let the people know where they could check for you in the months and the years to come, because I know you got a lot of stuff laid out,
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything. I'll be probably putting everything to officialyonni.com, but all my other, my Twitter, my Instagram, and all that stuff is Official Yonni, so it's all the same. Yeah,
you just got a fan. I kid you not. I didn't know how to tie the name to the artist's work, but you got a fan today through me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Well, we would like to thank Yonni Fairchild for calling in, giving us his time, on a Friday. You probably got some work to do. So, thanks for calling in, my dude,
Yeah, thank y'all for having me, man.
And anytime you want to send us something, you already know how to do it.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, dogs.
Thank y'all, man.
All right.
Stay blessed.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Trap Jesus with the homie Mach Moses. There you have
What
it.
up?
The live interview with Yonni Fairchild. You know, shout out to everybody that was listening in. It is what it is, man. WPIR 98.4 FM. The Godzilla station.
Yo, play Snapchat for me.
We gonna play Snapchat.
Yeah. Snapchat, play the other track that he got.
Alright, so we're gonna play that Like Me Like Them. And
Like me like.
and then we're gonna play Snapchat.
Yes.
P.O.P. Hold
Check
it
out
down.
Yanni.com, man. Official Yanni.com.
You're